Konnichiwa, minasan. Mike desu. Today we're going to do something a little different. I've been working on that last lesson for a little while now because there were a lot of things in it that I was struggling with, so I wanted to put a little bit of focus on really getting that down a little better. But I have received a lot of very kind comments from people. I really appreciate it. You've been very, very supportive of my attempts to get this stuff down. And I want to take a minute to read a couple of the comments that I've gotten. So we're going to go in here and take a look. First one I've got here is from Ide. And it says, Nihongo o kanji desu ne. Kanji. Take kudasai. I got like two or three words out of that I recognized. I recognized please. I recognized Japanese language. And that was about it. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimashita. Alright, the next one is from Mai O. It says, Nihongo o kanji desu ne. Nihon ni kanji deko to harimasu ka? Yeah, I'm starting to notice a pattern here. The kanji's kind of throwing me off a little. Let me see what else I got down here. Scrolling. This picture. Okay, let's see what I can get here from Nagetoru, excuse me. And it says, kanji shitemasu. Okay, you know what? Kyou wa Nihongo lesson kanji. But I have actually been putting this kind of thing off a little bit because kanji wa kowai desu. It intimidates me a lot. I know there are a lot of characters used in everyday life. A lot of them can have multiple readings, stroke order. It all is very intimidating. But I got a big old book here with just about 2,000 kanji in it. So I'm going to start working along with my regular lessons on improving my kanji skills. I'm going to go through 5 kanji today because in this book each symbol includes the name, the different ways you can read it, how to write it, and a couple words that you can write using it. So I'm going to stick with just the first 5. Now I admit my stroke order for some of this stuff is probably going to be completely off, and for that I apologize ahead of time. But I will do my best. Alright, so let's get right in here and check out the first symbol in my book, which is simply ichi, or itsu, or hito. This of course means 1. Pretty much the easiest character to do. So there are 3 words I have here that I can write using this kanji. First being Ichigatsu, January. I actually did remember Gatsu. I've seen that one a few times and I remembered how that one goes. So that one, first, other one, I'm going to have to close at this one. I'm not familiar with this one quite as much. Kinitsu, Uniformity. Because that's a word I'm sure I'm going to use a lot. That is probably not the most attractive looking version of that kanji, but it's all practice, right? And the final one is actually a pretty simple one. Hitori, one person. I'm gonna have to start adding the little pictures underneath here. Beep, beep, beep. Hitori. Alright, let's get on to kanji number 2. 2番. This, which is u, you, or migi, means right. And I'm familiar with migi. I'm not as familiar with u and you, so that may take a little bit of getting used to. But I'm familiar with migi because migi, hidari. I do remember that. Alright, so the first thing it gives me is... Oops, told you I was going to get the stroke order wrong. Let's see here. Uha, rightist faction. Are these really words used frequently in Japanese? Really, rightist faction, really? Alright, so we've got... Ugan, right bank, as opposed to the left bank. Wakarimasen. And finally, Migite, right hand. This one, I'm not super familiar with this kanji, but it's one that I've seen quite a few times, and I'm familiar with Migite. Alright. Kanji number 3. You know, I'm kind of surprised. This actually doesn't tell me proper stroke order. It tells me how many strokes there are, but it doesn't tell me the actual stroke order. Anyway. Ame, ama, rain. A fairly popular Mortal Kombat character. Alright. This is another one where I'm familiar with the ame, but not as much. I mean, according to this here, the symbol is supposed to, symbolize raindrops falling from clouds beneath a symbol of the heavens. I'm probably not going to remember it that way. Alright. So our first symbol is, let's see here. Uki, rainy season. That is probably the ugliest looking version of that kanji anyone has ever seen. Okay. Oame, heavy rain. We got one of those actually not that long ago right around here. Worst part is my mailbox leaks, so whenever we get oame, my mail ends up all soaked. Finally, crap, this looks complex. Amagumo, rain cloud. Gumo, is that the word for a cloud? I guess I'll find out when I eventually get to that. Alright, so let's we have ame. Okay, I am moderately familiar with this one. En, marui. This can mean round or yen. That's going to make things even more complex for me. The outer symbol apparently indicates roundness. Oh, it's showing me how it used to be written, which looks even more confusing. Apparently the meaning coin, or yen in Japan, stems from an association of shape. If a simpler, if facetious, pneumatic is to see the character as a bank teller's window from which round coins are issued. Okay, I can kind of see that. The bank teller's window, that actually makes much more sense to me than everything else they had in there. So let's just go with a bank teller's window represents yen. Alright, so our first phrase, or word, NK, which just means circle. And next we have Endaka. Strong yen. So does that mean like yen that, if you try to bend it, it won't go? And finally, Hyakuen, 100 yen. So I'm guessing that's a symbol for 100. We'll see when I eventually get that far, but Hyakuen, that's a fairly easy one. If I can remember those symbols, that'll be an easy one to remember. Alright. And that brings us to our final kanji of the day, which is O, king or ruler. Let's see, usually explained as a symbol of the three orders of heaven, earth, man, united by an all-pervading force, gives meaning to great potentate or king. But apparently that is incorrect. Why'd you even say it then? Shows the way it used to be written, depicting the blade of a large battle axe. So it came to mean powerful figure and eventually king. See, these explanations for why the symbols are written the way they are just make things more confusing, to be honest. Anyway, let's see what we've got. Oji, prince. Okay. That could also be written as Ko, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I've seen it at the name of, at the end of people's names that end with Ko. So I think that can also be read that way. Jo, queen. Now I'm very familiar with this as the symbol for woman. This is actually on that one t-shirt I have that says looking for Japanese girlfriend. So I'm familiar with that one. Alright, and finally, oh Lord. O-sama, or king. I don't know why they have to add an extra thing to make king when the symbol in itself means king. That just seems unnecessarily confusing to me, but as we move on, we'll get more of that. Again, I'm sure that is the ugliest looking thing. Alright. So there we go. The first 5 kanji. It is not seeming any less intimidating than it did before. I still am not looking forward to this. Alright. Maybe if I just, give myself some inspiration, like maybe set a picture of Mari Yaguchi like right there, and just look at that when I feel discouraged. Anyway, that's all I've got on this one. Next time I will be back probably with another regular lesson. And I'm gonna probably try to alternate between regular lessons and kanji lessons. Alright, so that's all I've got. So, until next time, mata ne.